All right, guys, so the rain is officially back in Oregon, and it's probably gonna be here to stay for a while. Our nice days are gone now. So far what we've gotten done this week is Pat went ahead and pulled out the motor out of the 78 F-250 project. We'll have him talk about that in just a moment. What I've been working on over here is getting the door all squared away on the 33 Coupe project. We're getting very close to where I will be using my new Vibro Shear or Pull Max for the first time to use the dies and make some of the top of the door skin. But until then, I got some other things to work on, and now we'll go to Pat to tell us about the motor.
When the engine was in the truck, we were debating whether or not to pull it out originally, but it's looking like it doesn't want to turn over very well because it sat for a while and created a rust ridge in several of the cylinders and doesn't want to turn over very well. So we're going to go ahead and pull the intake and heads off of it and clean the cylinder walls out really good with Marvel Mystery Oil maybe in there. Let it sit for a little bit and soak. Get it turning over again really good, and then re-gasket everything back up and put it back in after we clean up the engine compartment. The reason we were deciding to pull the heads off is we used a bore scope, and you can see where there's a rust line. So it looks like it was rebuilt about 40,000 miles ago, according to the documentation that we found in the truck. And it's sat for the last 6 years, I do believe. And it just sat there, and with some valves that got left open, moisture got in there and it turned out a little rusty in the cylinders. But yeah, we're gonna pull the heads off, make sure everything's all good. But we should be able to clean up the cylinder walls and get it turning over good again. Pull the stud out. Oh, and they stink as usual. Alright, inside. Yeah, see, there's the rust I was talking about. Bad. Look at all that. We're way too rich. Well, now that I've got the heads off, oil pan off, everything looks pretty good, and internals in the engine look really good. Now that we've also turned it over, and some of that oil that was in the oil pan has gotten into the cylinder walls on the underside, it actually turns over a lot easier. So all it is just a little surface rust we need to clean up, and we'll put this thing back together again, gasket it all up with all new gaskets, and use about a half the amount of silicone the other people use. And we'll get this back in the truck and do what we need to do to get it running.